or die time.
eRa's looking a little sus. They may be about to get ejected out of the major. 5 minutes on the clock here in game one. With their tournament life on the line, Wells will start things off for eRa. Nothing doing there, and we will reset as Subhalls whiffs on that ball. Looked like he was going for the block, but so too was Ian Pinheiro. Now Wells against Fossey. This is falling towards the net. Subhalls has to deal with it, and we'll see now if Carnage Gaming can keep that pressure on. Again, they've scored plenty of goals today, so you have to imagine if eRa is going to keep up with them, they've got to light up the scoreboard as well, and Unbroken goes right down the field, gets the kind back.
Oh, and he gives them a little shake, a little shimmy, and goes far post all the way around them to put the first one on the board in favor of eRa Eternity, and I am impressed with how they weathered that storm in the first 35 seconds and then immediately transitioned to offense, and the 1v1 skills put on display and made the defense look silly.
Wells got to get to this ahead of Ian, just barely does. Now Chris looking to drop one down for Fossey, and he had the read, forces that one right through. We're right back to square one.
And Carnage is going to have this all game long. They keep using those corners, and it looks like eRa Eternity not so strong on defense when that ball's wrapped around like that. And just like that, Carnage Gaming put themselves back in game number one.
Wells had to hang in there, but Chris got the demolition, so Unbroken will have to restart the attack. Chris now, right over Unbroken. Subhalls, good stop as the teams wait for an opening. Double commit there as Wells goes right through Subhalls. Opportunity now for Carnage Gaming. Unbroken has to slow them down, but team still not fully back in position. Chris to take advantage, and what a save by Unbroken.
Coming in off that backside with the weak side help. But that passing play, it continues to present itself out of that weak side corner. And Chris, a little awkward there, just going to go ahead and recollect himself. And Subhalls again there for the diving save. eRa Eternity has two now that they've pulled out, but they've done a good job weathering the storm like we've said. But a ceiling shot from Chris doesn't find its mark. And eRa Eternity needs to get a little more aggressive here on defense as they're having trouble pushing out of their own half.
Chris will try to get the attack going again. He's made at least a good win at midfield. Now Ian Pinheiro trying to get around Unbroken. He can't. Fossey now, maybe intended for Chris, but he was so far back, and Ian was still on his way rotating out, so Chris really couldn't come up. Now Pinheiro will take the shot. That's going to be high. Sets up Fossey, and there's a good block by Wells, getting in the way to alter the shot enough to throw it high and wide.
And one thing that has really impressed me today watching South America is their ability to pass the ball, getting down the field. They don't just rely on one player to try and dribble it up. They use teammates constantly, left and right. They're looking for each other, and it is a refreshing sight to see. I remember watching them back in Season 7, and they weren't very dynamic. It was all individual plays, and they were just getting eaten up alive with NRG coming out doing team plays against them, and they've kind of learned, okay, we've got to work together here, and seeing it happen live on the pitch, man, so refreshing.
This drops right down in front. Unbroken there, but so is Fossey, and he just disrupted the play enough to, again, throw off the shot. Haven't been many clean blocks. That's a save off the crossbar. Fossey can't recover in time, and Wells gives eRa the lead.
And eRa, not a lot of time in the blue half, but enough shots to just make the defense jump. And if you're on Carnage Gaming, you got to just kind of question, are they panicking on defense right now, or are they truly that bad on the defensive end? Because they haven't really been shown too many looks.
Good ball by Fossey. Needs somebody to come up and help out. Wells delays a bit. Chris looking for the double tap, and he bounces it home.
What an angle. My goodness, Chris, calm it down. It goes up, double tap, thank you, and that's almost a perfect 90-degree angle down. That's like 89.5 to slot it underneath the crossbar.
We've seen some today, even especially on this stream, some doubles going in from very, very tight vertical angles. Tell you what, they are sharpshooters here in the South American region. Seeing a lot of high shooting percentages as well. You're not seeing, 12, 13 shots a game across the board, but you are seeing very efficient shooting. Wells throwing one off the backboard. Unbroken will have to turn because Subhalls was taken off the field, and they almost got Subhalls again off the respawn. Did a good job avoiding the demolition and making the challenge. Now Pinheiro looking for Chris. Found him. His shot's blocked away by Sub. Follow up from Fossey is saved away at the crossbar, but Fossey will stay right on the doorstep and give Carnage the lead. Brilliant stuff as the ball just kind of pinballs around off the crossbar.
That was a beautiful save attempt there on the goal line. Unfortunately, Wells got in front of that ball and it just killed it right on the goal line. You hate to see it, but hey, how you battle back from adversity is truly what defines a champion. And here comes Sub. Great pass to Wells. Wells up, and Sub is there for the double, but can't quite find the angle. And Carnage gonna get out of the defensive end here, look to start some offense for themselves.
Chris trying to barrel through unbroken. Oh, he's nearly had that ball land right on him. Fossey thought about coming up, wisely turned off. Now Subhalls has to race back because Fossey and Chris are threatening, so is Ian Pinheiro. Dropping one down, no, Chris instead jumped in front. I don't think Ian was going to have the angle, and Fossey throws this a little disjointed attack here as Carnage tries to put this game out of reach. I think they finally realize we need to stay back. This almost goes in, and Fossey comes to the rescue. One more shot's high. Well,
there it is.
Trying to get there. Has re-rated it in at 0.
Oh, baby, take us into overtime. Just makes the defense panic, and Wells keeps the ball just high enough off the goal line. Stacks, that was an inch from the ground and an inch from spelling defeat for Era Eternity, but overtime, here we are.
He got no air. I mean, I guess technically he got some, but not much under that ball. And as soon as the shot came out, I thought, this is going to die on the goal line. It's going to be the saddest thing ever. Nope, here we are. It's sad if you're Carnage, but, well, should have stayed back a little further. Here's Ian Pinheiro trying to take Unbroken out of the play. Chris indeed does so. Now Subhalls. Good challenge out of the corner. Wells got to get on his horse to get this quickly. Can't bring it back center, but Chris and Pinheiro run into each other. And Fossey's got to kind of resettle things here for Carnage. Good drop down pass again. Boy, Ian to Chris, that connection has been there plenty of times. It's amazing that they only have 3 holes off it. Now it's an opportunity. Open net. If Ian can drop it down, and Subhalls got back in time.
Oh, and then panic in the box almost spelled their defeat, but they hang on just by a thread, and Wells able to poke this back towards midfield, but the attack is just relentless right now from Carnage, and Fossey looking for the upper 90, just a little far off on that one as Chris launches another, and this is going to be an opportunity for Era Eternity. This ball is wide, and that's a great demo to open things up and give a little space, and just like that, overtime is over. Game, Carnage Gaming.
Ian didn't have a goal or an assist in the almost 6.5 minutes of game time until right there, as just one little demolition at midfield, and hey, the defender even almost got back in time. But Ian rolls one into a mostly open net, and Carnage Gaming do indeed hang on after they nearly watched their hearts get broken with ERA scoring at 0.
I thought you said that South America doesn't have the shots that Europe and North America bring.
I know,
what
right?
happened with Carnage? My goodness. 13 shots in game number 1. I like this, Stacks. I'm here for this.
Hey, I love a region that will take shot after shot after shot. That hasn't been the case throughout the day. This is a team that comes in only averaging 8 a game. You'd like to see them up in the 9 or 10 range, but when you can convert, what does it matter? So they'll take it. More importantly, they're not, they're giving up 2 goals a game, sure, and they're giving up opportunities, but not high quality chances. I mean, ERA had to work for the goals they got for the most part until right at the tail end where the ball just kind of trickles
Well,
in.
and right there, you see Wells on that back wall, little hesitant. I want to see a little more aggression off the second defender. I've noticed, okay, they've got one pushing forward, and then the back two are either back on the goal line or one's up on the... Oh, this is a great pass, but just off of his mark. But yet, I want to see that second man be a little more aggressive for Era Eternity, and I think they'll be able to break out of their defensive half a lot easier.
Fossey downfield looking to generate a rebound opportunity as Ian's coming up to follow the play. Fossey got the demolition on Unbroken. Chris indirect for himself, and he'll score!
That is a great use of that side wall to act as a fourth teammate. Passes to himself, reads the angle perfectly, and bam, right on target. Heck of a shot there by Chris.
Chris, leading scorer on Carnage Gaming, one of only 2 players on the field right now, averaging a goal a game plus. Chris just a shade over that. 2 goals in now a game and a half. Fossey. This will angle down. No, it will not, as Wells is right there. Chris throwing one at the back wall again, and boy, backboard defense. So often when you get to this stage, it is difficult, as Chris has that blocked away by Wells. And that's a great job by Fossey, rolling this back out to a teammate, playing the possession game. And you can see Era's struggling with this. They don't know exactly how to challenge that. Ian's shot is deflected wide.
Well, it's hard to challenge when you don't have any boost, as Carnage Gaming doing a fantastic job of starving out Era Eternity on defense, and they can't push forward to clear that ball, and they're just getting stuck in the mud in their own defensive half. But here comes an opportunity. That's a great pass. The shot just a little too high, and Wells was looking for a demo on the goalie there. Didn't quite find it, but love the idea there from Era Eternity.
Wells, he got bumped away by Ian Pinheiro, and Fossey can bring this downfield. That looked like it was starting to form into an opportunity as Ian throws another back wall. Nobody could follow it up. And the timing just not there at times for a Carnage squad that is leading in the game and series. You feel like they've had opportunities to kind of pull away, and they're letting Era hang around. Subhauls throwing one over for Unbroken. He's going to need a teammate. It's Wells. It's a good pass, and the shot is just wide.
Right idea. Love the infield pass there. But you got to be able to hit your mark. That's another brilliant pass, but Unbroken unable to make contact there is Chris. We've seen what he can do coming off those side walls, passing to himself, but nothing formulates there as this ball is just put back towards midfield, stolen by Ian Pinheiro. And great offensive pressure from Carnage Gaming. Once again, they are just doing a fantastic job of complete pitch control in this series.
Pinheiro whiffs, as does Subhauls, so now Unbroken is going to give way to Fossey. Wells is right there for Unbroken. Throw up at the backboard, it gets through, and Wells clanks another off the post! And now wants to counterattack back the other way. Fossey intercepted at midfield, and he's going to make a late turn on this to get the demolition. Next best thing if you can't get the ball, but man, that's got to be devastating for Era. They feel like a team that should have maybe 3 goals by now, and they only have 3 shots. They've been that close.
I mean, when you don't get that many looks, you got to make them all count, and they are hard shots. They're low percentage, as Wells going to put this to the corner. But the accuracy has to be there. This is the majors. This is the big stage. This is where you have to make every moment count. And here comes Unbroken. They have 1 minute to go. It's a 2v1, but Subhauls wasn't able to get back to Chris. As Wells is up, another shot, another save on the side of Carnage Gaming, as they can't find the back of the net. Carnage doing such a great job on defense.
This is blocked by Unbroken. And wondering if, yes, we will have a just a delay here, as looked like one of the players, I think Ian, had just a little connection issue there. It was a little spotty, so we're going to make sure that we have everybody ready to go. They'd called it out at a certain point. We do have an admin in the lobby who's right on top of things, so once we figure out exactly how much time will be left, we presume we'll start with a kickoff at that point. So it is still 1-0 in favor of Carnage Gaming in the series and here in game 2. You know, eRa, you look at the numbers, you know, they don't always tell the whole story, but they're certainly hitting their expectations here, Subi, right? Because you get a team in Carnage that's shooting about 35%, and a team in eRa shooting around 24%. And that's a huge difference when you think of it. And then you look at eRa clanging off at the post and the crossbar. You know,
and that's that 10%. That's that 10% right there. I mean,
that is.
You look at the other side, and Carnage, that shot from Chris, where he passed that ball off the sidewall to himself and then somehow found that tight angle to go inside the post. Like, that's a low percentage shot, and that's one that eRa probably would have missed. But Carnage not missing their opportunities. Any tiny window that they have, they're hitting their mark. And you see how big of a difference it is. This game, it's only 1-0 right now. But that one shot, the one critical shot, is the huge difference maker. And here we go, Stacks. 45 seconds left, and Unbroken had the double tap. Again, low percentage shot, but at this stage, got to be able to hit that.
So off the restart, everybody is good and ready to go. Now we dip down inside 30 seconds. Unbroken has Subballs trying to run interference. Ball is swatted away by the combination of Chris and Ian. Fosse's got to get to this and does so to slow things down even more. And this time you notice Carnage staying back a little bit. They realize, hey, wait a minute. Gibbs rule. Don't get caught out. Though Chris is stuck in the orange net. Here's an opportunity for eRa Eternity. Unbroken. One more chance. Ian sends it away. Now Wells looking for Subballs. At least stay with the play. Looking to drop it down. They're going to do it again. No. It's swatted away, and Ian will down it. Carnage take game 2.
I thought they had more heroics up their sleeves. I was just like, you got to be kidding me. There's no way they do it twice in a row. And sure enough, Carnage Gaming was able to not triple commit there at the very end and swat that ball away. But good performance here from Carnage. They really controlled the pitch, and the scoreline shows a much closer match than I feel it truly was.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was... I think it actually was incredibly close when you consider eRa, when they had their opportunity, Subi, the only thing that stopped them at times was the post. I mean, at the point where they had 3 shots, there was only one save on the Carnage side. The other saves came from post left and post right.
Yeah, I mean, for me, watching eRa Eternity is like watching a pan of hot oil and you throw a little water in it and it kind of like whoosh and sizzles a little bit. That's eRa Eternity right now. I want to see him just dump a bucket of water in that pan. We don't need a flash. We need a full-blown fire right now, and we need a reverse sweep from eRa Eternity if they want to keep their dream alive of making the playoffs.
I have missed you, Subi. All right, 5 minutes on the clock. We go to game 3. Must win for eRa Eternity. Looking for a reverse sweep.
There it is.
With their tournament lives at stake, and they start with a goal from Wells.
Third one of the series, and it couldn't have come at a more crucial time. As just a great kickoff on eRa Eternity's part. Wells was probably calling, I'm going to be back right. That ball was all his. He just had to put it in between the sticks, and he did so.
Wells got to this ball very quickly, so Unbroken will have a shot. It's blocked away. It was off target. Now Fosse right at Subballs, looking to generate more rebound opportunities. Looking for that second and third chance. But Unbroken gets out of the zone cleanly. Now Subballs looking for Wells. That ball's allowed to roll quite a bit. Now Chris right onto Ian Pinheiro, and the shot is going to be blocked away off the crossbar. Follow up from Fosse. Oh, it's a great pass to Ian. And again, they're going to play the possession game. I love the way Carnage has played in this series. They're not just taking any old shot. They're being patient, and when they shoot, they score.
Oh, Fosse slows it down, gets the ball on his hood, and a flick that close inside the box. Say goodnight. Ties up game number 1, and you said it, Stacks. The way that they can go from such a high pace gameplay, just coming in and then slowing it down right in the center of the field and just changing up the speed to really throw an eRa Eternity off.
as the series goes on, like you'd like to think a team like eRa will adjust to that, but it's such a difficult read to make. You see so many very ambitious shots. Ian drop down this time in front to Chris, and he will score. That's been one constant as well. They get this ball to Chris, and it is no contest.
Oh yeah, there's no way you're blocking that, especially that pass downfield from Chris all the way up to Ian Pinheiro, who's sitting in that corner. Great 1-2-1 combo, and Carnage Gaming looking to put eRa Eternity to bed.
eRa's got to be incredibly frustrated. They score so early, and their lead is gone in the blink of an eye. The ball's going after Fossey. Knocked him right to the opposite end of the goal, but the ball didn't get to the net in time, so the shot doesn't find the mark. Now Ian just trying to delay a little bit. Everybody's boosted up and back in position as Fossey can play this out of the zone, and eRa's got to go back to the drawing board.
Well, and they're going to have numbers here. This is a 3v2. Chris just got bumped at midfield, and Ian with another clutch save. Both of the ones he's gotten didn't count, so just put it on your penciled-in scoreboard at home because he's got two huge ones to give them the lead.
Unbroken now. Challenged by Ian. Subballs goes right around him like he wasn't even there. Subballs out of gas, however. So Unbroken will have to restart the attack. This does get all the way through. Fossey's in an awkward spot, and this will bounce in from Wells for the fourth time this series.
You can't fault Fossey here. You expect Ian to get that, and he goes, wait, you don't have it? And slams his face into the side of the net. Oh, you hate to see it, but I love to see a tie ball game.
Big kickoff here with the teams tied up at 2 goals apiece. Subballs looking to set up another opportunity. That kicks out a little too far for Unbroken. And all he can do is try to play keep away, and he's done so brilliantly. Only Chris is back. Wells one-on-one, and he scores again!
Oh, baby, a hat trick in the first half of game number 3. This kid is putting his team on his back right now, trying to will them to victory.
It's one of those that we see so often, just a give me the ball and get out of my way performances, as Wells is determined to keep eRa Eternity alive. Got to make a stop here and does so, but he's taken off the field by Ian. That's exactly what Carnage has to do if they want to try and close this series out. Chris is right there. He's got Ian coming up as well. Numbers, it's 3-on-1, now 3-on-2.
Oh, no.
The shot is wide, and now it's Carnage just suffering from post-itis, as eRa was early in the series.
Oh, if Unbroken hits that, that is an open net to extend the lead. That's a great demo in the box. But Wells able to get up in time, and speaking of Wells, he's off the pitch. He just spawned back. Isn't in time. We will see as Chris steals that ball away. They are just suffocating eRa Eternity on offense right now.
Wells may have to give way. He's still hanging around. That prevented Subballs from going. And at least a good thing. They stave off the attack for now. Chris, great pass out to Fossey. What a selfless play, and we're tied.
Just hands the ball to him on a silver platter. Chris just battling in the orange half all alone. Sees Fossey coming back from grabbing that midfield boost, and he slots it low and away from all the defenders. Just like that, Stacks, we're all tied up again.
How are these guys 1-2? I mean, I get that they lost, a 5-gamer to a team that's 2-1 right now, Legacy, but they are not playing like a team that's on the brink of elimination.
You know why? Because this is the majors, baby, and all these teams are here to perform.
Yeah, they're bringing it. They are bringing it. Fossey blocks this shot away. Couldn't keep the attack alive, though. Chris's shot is right there at Unbroken. That's saved by Fossey. Officially the first save on the scoreboard for Carnage Gaming in Game 3. They've had a few other blocks.
What the?
This skips all the way downfield. Sure, little physics bomb. I guess that works. Now Unbroken. Imagine if eRa score off of this, because Chris didn't get the
it's here.
Subballs up high for Wells. And
there it is.
No, Subballs is waiting, but Unbroken couldn't come up. And is just hanging there. Subhall's shot is blocked by Chris again, and we remain tied at 3. But right now, Carnage, I mean, they've got to be just screaming in comms right now, trying to get this ball out of the zone. They finally do. Vossi having a mess at midfield. Final seconds will tick away. We deserve an OT, and we'll get it in game 3.
I don't know how that ball stayed in Carnage's half for so long. It just seemed to be dangling there like an ornament on a Christmas tree. But here comes Vossi, looking to end eRa, but no. Subhall's keeping the dream alive, and that's a great bump from Wells at midfield. But unfortunately, a little too far away, and Carnage going to maintain possession here.
Just a little off the mark was Chris. Counterattack from Wells. Can he do it again? No, it's Ian Pinheiro with the save, but Subhall's right there. Now Unbroken has options, but doesn't even get the ball, so opportunity now for Carnage Gaming. Vossi, oh, he's got his flip, but just didn't get any power on it. Now,
oh, there it is.
Subhall's going after Ian downfield, and it's deflected away.
Love the idea there of Subhall's just pushing downfield, playing fullback, looking to take out the last defender. And Subhall's a little awkward there at midfield, can't quite catch up. Great ball control there from Chris, just to get that ball away and make eRa Eternity use a lot of boosts. The first minute has already come and gone here in overtime, and it has just kept me on the edge of my seat. This one's going towards net. Subhall's last man back, able to poke it downfield, and eRa Eternity get this one away and give themselves a little time to recollect.
That's a great job by Subhall's not panicking. There were 2 attackers in the zone, but they weren't charging. He was able to collect himself and not just give the ball back. Vossi right at Wells, so his shot gonna set up an opportunity again, but Vossi could throw this off to the corner and won the race to that corner boost. What can he do with that boost? He has nobody to support him. He may not need them. Oh, Unbroken made the stop. And now Chris is up in support. That's gonna go well wide. Can Ian get a piece of this? He certainly can.
Safe, no one there.
We have Vossi coming up a little late, and Wells will play right over him. So now Subhalls for eRa. Throwing one netward. Will there be a rebound? No, it's off to the corner, and that goes back into the eRa zone, and things should slow down a little bit.
This overtime is so fun right now, Stacks. You can just feel how badly eRa Eternity want this game. They want to stay alive in this series. Normally, yeah, you could talk about it, but this team is just showing their emotions on their sleeve right now with how they're playing.
They understand the sense of urgency is certainly there, and you know what? You don't always get that in every region. Chris will throw this off to the corner. Well,
no way!
Out of that same corner for Unbroken to prolong the series.
What a beautiful pass out of the corner. The catch and the dish right on the goal line, and Unbroken puts it in and keeps eRa Eternity alive.
And we talked so much about Wells and how instrumental he was in that game with, of course, the hat trick very early on. He had a hat trick right at the halfway mark. He has the assist that sets up the game winner from Unbroken. Great pass, nice shot, good game. Let's go to game 4.
Yeah, let's do it. So ready up so we can get there. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking to everyone. I want to get this show on the road. This is great. This is what we came here for, Stack. South America is not letting down. They are putting everything on the line, and when you expect to see a team just kind of like roll over and accept defeat, they fight even harder. eRa Eternity kept alive just on the will alone of Wells. 100% goal participation there in game number 3. And if you're Carnage, you've got to do whatever you can to make sure he's not involved in the offensive plays.
I have never not had fun casting some South American Rocket League, and this match is certainly
what a save!
To it. Oh, what a save by Unbroken! Vossi had him dead to rights, but still he made the save.
I don't know how I even got a touch on that. That's incredible, and Subhalls gets a save there, weathering the early storm here from Carnage Gaming, but it's not over as great rotations and positioning from all of the players on Carnage right now are just leading to this relentless assault on offense. Oh!
Oh, this goes across the face of the goal. You know, you can explain everything, I think, with something you said earlier, Subi. It's the major. At this point, sure, anybody can beat a team twice, but can you beat a team that third time? Can you get that elusive third dub to knock them down, and in this case, knock them out? eRa have made it painstakingly difficult. Chris will float one up. Fossey didn't quite have the flip he needed, so now Unbroken trying to play one through Ian. Wells right at Fossey. We know he's not going to be gun shy. He will shoot a lot. Subballs blocked by Fossey this time. Wells is there yet again. Could not get the ball central. And that's a good stand defensively by Carnage.
So Unbroken just rotated back to net, which, right play, but he left that midfield boost. And whether or not you're full or not, give your boost a little tap just to drain it, even by 1 point, so you can steal that midfield boost away from your opponents and not allow them to keep that pressure on you. That's one of those things where it's like, just a little bit of heads up on things like that can make eRa Eternity change from a good team to a great team.
They're too nice.
Exactly.
Be less, be less Canadian. You know, be selfish. Here's Wells throwing one out to the corner. Trying to play through Ian. This time Ian does get the better of him on the challenge. He hasn't often in this series. Wells has been great, especially on the sides. He's been great everywhere, let's be honest. Makes a stop there.
What a save.
Chris, oh, what a stop by Subballs. Battling through Fossey to make that save, and now looking to set up a play himself. It is Wells. No, follow-up is saved as well.
This is going to be a dangerous
Subballs
play.
has to get back in a hurry.
Oh.
And they survive. Chris is going to want that one back, especially if they can't close it out here in Game 4. Imagine the pressure that's going to be on the shoulders of Carnage now if they can't close it out here, and they've got to worry about their third chance to go on into round 5.
Yeah, the pressure will be like they're at the bottom of the Marianas Trench if they go into a Game 5. All of it will be on them, but Fossey bombing this one downfield. Chris can't catch up as Wells able to steal that boost. It was his. He had the rights to it, but Ian Pinheiro couldn't get the bump or demo on Subhalls, and this is going to be an offensive chance. That's a pass. That's a shot. And it's a save. You're kidding me. We remain tied here in game number 4.
98-point-something% across the line on score. And it still stays out. Oh my goodness. Now this back the other way. Chris will have it over towards Ian. Good tandem defense to get out of the zone. But look at this coming right back in. Wells looking to drop it down on target. No, it goes behind Chris, but way off the mark. Little greedy there. Wonder if it would have been better served getting the pass back instead. Like here, Ian over to Fossey. Did not make contact. Doesn't mean the play is over. Now it is as Subballs pops it away, and now it is eRa's turn back on the attack.
1 minute to go, Stacks. We're nearing that golden goal territory to where the next team that scores could very well secure the victory. That's a great demo. That's a great shot, but a better save by Wells to keep the dream alive as Subhalls bombs it downfield. It's on target. Subhalls is barreling down, but just missed the ball there. Sure, you would love another swing at that one. Oh, what a redirect!
Oh, what a redirect from Unbroken! This is crazy! He knows the defender's there, and he has the wherewithal to not just throw it high, he puts it right on target, indefensible.
Oh my goodness, 88 miles per hour as well. Good luck saving that. Even luck isn't going to help you there. And eRa Eternity get the 1 goal, 40 seconds to go from game number 5.
As a defender, the way this series has gone, you're just not expecting that. The shot coming in from that far out, okay, I've got time to save it.
I don't care who you are. You don't expect that shot ever. I mean, I was sitting there watching, no way he makes contact with that. And somehow, not only does he make contact, but he puts it on target that fast? You're kidding me.
Now Unbroken through Chris as Carnage now has to scramble to go the length of the field. 10 seconds plus whatever time they can manage the ball in the air, but not gonna matter. All's Wells that ends Wells, and he sets up Unbroken again.
This kid is incredible. That pass is absolute filth, and Unbroken puts the exclamation point on game number 4. And ladies and gentlemen, buckle in. We're going to Game 5.
Yes, we are. And why not add another? Well, okay, there's a little bit of the old era. Putting one off the post for good measure. And they are right back in it. What a performance after going down 0-2 in this series. A rather kind of a heartbreaking first couple of games for them. They have finally broken through. The shots are finding the target, Subi, and the plays are being finished, which hadn't happened early on. Now we go to Game 5, and all bets are off.
And
now.
I think it's just due to the volume of shots they're producing now. eRa Eternity in games 1 and 2 just weren't there on offense, especially game number 2 where they got shut out. And not going to happen again. eRa Eternity has completely flipped the script here and turned into an offensive powerhouse. I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it came about, but I love it, and I want more of it.
Well, we will get one more. On to Champions Field. It wouldn't be us if we didn't end up here at least once. Here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Can eRa complete the reverse sweep? With Wells on their side, be hard to bet against him. He's lurking on the side here. Subball's going to make a turn to be in position to play this ball with Fossey staying on the goal line, and he made the save.
That's just a weak shot from Subhalls. Great shot. I mean, you're able to get the touch to put it on target, but you got to get some power behind that one, and preferably try and put it right underneath the crossbar with the defenders sitting on the goal line, because it is so hard to jump up that quickly, as this is going to be another opportunity. Subhalls can't get it around Fossey, but I love that they are just immediately on offense to start game number 5.
Subhalls for Wells, the Grim Reaper, but he misses just wide. And now Ian Pinheiro looking for Chris. The combination has been there for the first half of the series, but it's gone dormant in the second half. They need to get Chris going again as Ian is all the way back. He'll have Chris still downfield. Can he set one up for Fossey? Does not charge in as Unbroken has that all the way. Fossey will try again. This will kick out to Ian, and Wells is all over him, not even giving him time to breathe.
I don't like that clear. I don't mind seeing it one time, but don't do it again. Unbroken just launches it to keep the defense respecting those shots, and I love the idea that it's going to be dangerous, but Wells puts it just a little too far behind the defender as it rings off the post. And Carnage Gaming stay alive here as it's still all tied up.
The only game in this series that had not been decided by one goal might as well have been a one-goal game. It was game 4. Everything else we've had a couple overtimes. Wells up top will drop this one down and in, and that, Subi, is his 6th goal of this must-win series.
That is just an incredible read. That pass off the backboard, brilliant, but the read even better, and the shot placement picture perfect. eRa Eternity firing on all cylinders.
Winner goes to round 5, the loser done and out of the major. Unbroken pops this one up as it has been all eRa Eternity since the start of game 3. Wells looking for another. He cannot be stopped.
The boy is on fire. My goodness. His teammates doing a great job of continuing to feed the hot hand, and 2-goal advantage in favor of eRa Eternity. Stacks, I can't remember the last time I've seen a player take over a game like this, especially on such a massive stage.
Wells has 7 goals in this series. Carnage Gaming has 8, and believe me, most of them, the vast majority, came in the first couple of games, which, well, one of them was absolutely a shootout. Subhalls denied by Ian Pinheiro, as now Carnage has to find a way to get past Wells. They do. Now they've got to crack the eRa defense, which has been nearly impossible the past few games.
I mean, I don't know what happened. The first game, it was just wide open, and it seemed like Carnage was scoring at will and keeping the ball on offense, rather, at will. And right now, their defense is impermeable. They cannot let anything through right now. It's a sight to behold, as Subhall is just going to slow this one down, let his teammates rotate back to defense. That was a really smart play on defense there.
A loose ball that is free for Subballs to play all the way downfield, right at Wells. The last guy Carnage wants to see with the ball, but this is the guy Carnage wants. Chris, their leading scorer. Gonna play table center for Fossey, but he backflipped. Ian will throw it up for Fossey. He's still got the boost to go for it, but Subballs makes the save.
Here comes Wells. He was looking for the bump on Ian, rolling through that corner, but way off of his mark. But a minute and a half to go, and right now you think, Era Eternity, good demo from Chris, but Subballs, good rotations, but that's not a good pass. Unbroken got bumped by Chris and was able to recollect himself, get back on his wheels, and make that save. And with a minute 15 to go, Stacks, right now, Era Eternity needs to go for the long clears, keep that ball nice and high, and force Carnage Gaming to use all of their boost and just make that clock tick down.
And it is ticking inside 1 minute. Fossey got this one out, but nobody's there. Chris a little late getting into the play, and now they've got to throw caution to the wind. Down a pair of goals. 1 minute to go. Big clear needed by Unbroken, exactly what Dr. Subi ordered. Now Chris looking for Fossey at midfield. He's got him, but so there is Unbroken. So Ian will try. He's over one. Fossey redirect back to Ian, and Wells got in the way of that shot as well. Fossey to Chris. He needs to score and does not with 30 to go. Every opportunity that goes by the wayside, more valuable seconds tick off the clock. And if Eric could even put one more in, they would certainly end it. And that does not go in. It's off the crossbar.
I thought it was going in too.
Gotta get downfield.
They have to score right here.
Yeah, gotta score now to give yourself a shot at a kickoff goal. Time is running out. Gotta have it. Ian, no, he's denied by Wells. And how fitting. The man who put Era on his shoulders saves him at the end. Era Eternity pulls off the reverse sweep.
And does so emphatically. You have got to be kidding me. They come out and put on a masterclass of how to just keep your resolve and keep your mind in the game. They did not get down whatsoever, and it just seemed like they knew that they were going to win this game. The confidence displayed by this team and by Wells alone was nothing short of amazing. This is a performance that you could look back on in a year and just be like, yep, that was a great team to watch.
Look back on this when we start looking at teams that get into the World Championship later on down the line with a performance like that out of Wells for Era Eternity. If they can manage to get into the playoffs, imagine all the points they're going to get if they can make a run then. It started right there in round 4 with their backs against the wall. Let us know if you have seen any performance single-handed like that out of Wells. I can't think of one, but at us, at RL Esports. Use the hashtag RLCX. You don't even have to post. Just follow along, post some memes. F-Dot will look at them. He'll critique them.
Lots of cheems. Lots of cheems for F-Dot.
Yes, lots and lots and lots of cheems. Holy cow. Hey, round 5 is coming your way next. We have one more match to go here in the South American Major.